All right, so today I'm talking to Jim. Jim's right here. Jim's delivering the mail. I've lived here in Newport for a couple years. Jim's delivered my mail, I think, that whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, how long have you been on this route?
Oh, probably 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
How long have you been a professional mail
29.
delivery? 29. I'm gonna tell you, your legs look pretty good. 29 years. And has it all been in Newport Beach?
Yeah.
Really? What do you like about this? What do you like about mail delivery?
What do I like about it?
Yeah.
You're not sitting inside of a cubicle.
Okay.
Outside all day.
Yep.
And like the customers, like to yak it up with my customers.
You are a talker. I like it. You're always
me.
you always have a smile.
Everybody says that.
You've probably had that smile since you were born.
Probably, because everybody wants to know why are you so happy all the time?
Why are you happy all the time?
It's just as easy to be happy as to be a downer, Debbie Downer, right? And I don't want to be that guy or person.
Somebody's getting an echo. Maybe they're not getting an echo. Maybe they're just getting something in their Amazon's advertising echo.
Yeah, it's just they have this on all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what it is.
An echo?
Yeah.
Amazon Echo is like a music playing device. How many addresses do you deliver to every day?
I think it's like 500.
500. How many hours does that take you to? I know, now tell me about your schedule, like from beginning to end. You start by doing some kind of pickup kind of process?
I go in, I start at 8, and I sort whatever mail I have, which takes about an hour and a half.
What does that mean, sort? Hasn't been sorted before?
No, yeah, it has, but it's only like the mail for your route comes to your route, but it's not in order, it's just for this area. So,
really?
Yeah, so, well, some of it, not all of it's sorted. Most of it's done by computer. And then, so I do that. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Load up the truck and then start delivering.
For somebody who just got started, or when you got started 29 years ago, how long did that take? How would that have taken you?
It was a lot different back then. See,
okay.
Before we used to have to do everything. I mean, so we would be in the office for 4 or 5 hours instead of 2, but we'd only be on the street for 4. Now we're in the office for an hour and a half, 2, but I'm on the street for 6.
So it was a smaller route back then?
No, it was just different.
Okay, just the sorting process was different.
The sorting process was different.
Okay, you get done then around 4 or 5?
Like on a regular day, I should be done about 3:45, and then I head back into the office, clean up, and I'm off at 4:30.
Ah.
But that doesn't happen very often. Usually it's 5:36.
You like connecting with customers.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite part?
My least favorite part, some days you just don't want to go into work.
Yeah, that's like everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks this is a great job, but it's all jobs are the same. They all
have ups and downs.
They all have their ups and downs, and the same people. There's, it's not everybody thinks this is the best job in the world, but we have a lot of people that come in and they sign up, they get the job, they come in. They go out for a day and they're like, this is not what I thought you
After
guys
one day?
One day, I thought that they're like, I have no idea. This isn't what I thought you guys did, and this is not for me, I'm done.
What do they usually not expect? Like, what do people not understand about your job?
How hard it really is. I mean, everybody sees me walking and just cruising along. It looks like I'm cruising along, but if I was doing normal and you try to walk my pace, it's a fast pace.
You're flying.
Yeah, I'm moving, and then you have to deliver mail on top of it. But most people just see that, that looks like a great job. He's outside, he's wearing shorts, he's just cruising along. But it's not, we get a half-hour lunch and 2 10-minute breaks, so that's it. So, and it's very strict. Like when you're off in the office, they're watching you. If you can't stand around and chat with your neighbor. I mean, it's very strict.
Okay.
And so out here, you can't just sit and talk to a guy interviewing.
Yeah, what the heck? A lot of people rip on the postal service. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that are like, it should be privatized, or it's, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know all the problems, arguments or whatever. What would you say to that person? I know you have an opinion. This is your life. This is your 8 hours a day. Or you know what I mean? People are down on the postal service. I don't know. I don't have a problem. I think it's amazing that I can pay what, 60 cents, 65 cents and have something travel from one end
to East Coast in 3 days or whatever.
What the heck? That's amazing.
I'm in the same boat as you are.
That's crazy.
Same thing, but you know, people go to the post office, they have to wait in line.
That's not fun.
And,
I use the kiosk.
Don't like that.
I'm just gonna advertise the kiosk, okay? If you
Those
haven't
are
used
great.
the
I use
kiosk,
those too.
use the kiosk. I rarely talk to someone.
They're 24/7, and you just walk in and do it yourself.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. You go in the morning when it's closed. No, but and then, you know, a lot of people that have complaints, so sometimes it's, I'm not saying that the post office doesn't make mistakes, but it's not always, a lot of times it's the people's fault, not our fault.
Okay. Outside of the postal job, what would be something that I would just have no clue about you? I'd be like, yo, get out of here. Are you serious?
Oh.
Like what would that be?
Just fun fact? Or?
Yeah, just anything about you. Do you have like 25 kids?
Nope.
No?
You know what? I'm single, never been married, and don't have any kids.
Really? Really? You seem like a catch. Your age would surprise me, is what you're saying.
A lot of people think I'm a lot younger than I am.
I don't want to embarrass myself with the wrong age, but I mean, I could probably say 50.
You're close. You're higher than most.
Really?
Yeah.
You look really good.
No, I'll be 55 in March.
What do most people say? 45?
Yeah, 42-ish, 45.
Yeah.
40 and 45-ish.
You seem like you have some wisdom under your belt, though. Like there's something about you that I'm going, no, this guy's like have you been through some challenges in life?
Not more than anybody else.
Yeah, that's what most people say.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe less than most people.
Really?
I guess I've had good luck so far.
Okay. How about, before you hit the road, one word of wisdom that you would give to people, something that kind of you live by or that kind of embodies your way of thinking?
Be nice to people and be honest. That's about all I can come up with. Just simple.
All right, you're hitting the road.
All
I don't want to
right.
hold you back.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good
Appreciate
one.
your time. It's Thinkin' Thursday, that's right. Today is the day where we think. Not that we're not thinking all the time. Lexi's thinking all the time. I can see her brains in there. But today is the day, every Thursday, where we want to take a minute and just talk about maybe what we're thinking about. Maybe what I'm thinking about, what Laura's thinking about, what Lexi's thinking about, kids are thinking about. Thinking is good. It kind of slows down your process and go, okay, what actually is going on in our minds? And when we say thinking, we're talking about things that matter, stuff that's important in life, not thinking about what show you're gonna watch. Although I'm gonna tell you, I just got recommended Mr. Robot on the USA Network, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. We're watching Mr. Robot. So good. It's about a hacker that's like so good. Similar to my job with the CIA. Today we want to think about parenting and kids. Laura is an expert parent. I learn from her all the time, and her focus has been, since we've been parents for 17 years. Plus 13 years, so really 30 years we've been parents.
No, I have not.
It feels that way. So I tend to be more punitive, like stop that, quit that, what are you thinking? You know, that tends to be my response. Laura has told me recently, just kidding, like 20 years ago, that isn't really helpful. So Laura brings more of the positive perspective. And so, because Laura's a teacher and has 24. Some years it's 25. Kindergartners in her class this year happens to be her hardest year ever. I'll let her tell you about that. But you're thinking about a lot. And therefore what I'm thinking about is positive discipline.
Yes.
Positive reinforcement,
Yes.
which is a tool in the process of positive discipline.
Right.
What's the opposite of positive discipline?
It would be probably just punishment.
Punitive.
Punitive punishment all the time.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
And normally punishment would be timeouts, grounding, taking things away.
Overly strict, fueled by anger mostly.
Okay, so parent is angry.
Like an emotional state, as opposed to like, and so that makes you reactionary, as opposed to just being able to be like rational.
What are you thinking about in terms of your classroom? And I know you've been implementing this for many years, but like there's this year is really an intense year. What's different about this year, and why is positive discipline so important to you?
Well, I think just because I have been in a place of just trying to figure out, not wanting kids to just want the extrinsic awards. I want them rewards. I want them to feel like intrinsically motivated to love it about themselves and feel proud of themselves for what they're doing.
So the extrinsic reward that you've used in the past and that a lot of us use is some sort of behave this way and then you'll get this thing.
Right.
What would that thing be in your classroom, or a lot of classrooms oftentimes?
It could be stickers, treasure box, earning, I guess, recess, a treat like candy or something like that.
Okay, so that's used in classrooms and homes.
And homes across America.
Across America, probably the world.
Probably.
Okay, so that's extrinsic. Intrinsic, how would you, like if I was a kid and I'm pulling at Lexi's ears right now, I love to just pull at her ears, she's bothering, you know, all that kind of stuff. How would you, through intrinsic motivation, perhaps modify that behavior?
Well, I would probably stop the child or you and ask to say, I'd probably obviously pull their hands away because they're hurting the dog, and I'd say, you know, hey, do you need to go take a little cool off? And to maybe, and in that place, we've probably set up a chill out or like a feel better spot for them. And teaching them that a timeout place is not punitive. It's a place to go cool off so that then they can feel better, because they talk about that, and I'm talking about positive discipline philosophy, is that when a misbehaving child is a discouraged child, and there's a reason behind their misbehavior, and whether they want attention or control or revenge, there's a reason, and we have to figure out as parents or as an educator why they're misbehaving. And so in that moment, maybe having them cool off and then having asking curiosity questions. I think often we tell kids what to do and we don't let them think for themselves, and ask them questions about why they're doing something and helping them make those choices on their own.
I usually ask a question like, why are you pulling the dog's ears? See, I'm curious.
So there's something in positive discipline that's not just firm, but it's kind. So it's kind and firm. And so I think a lot of times as teachers and parents, we're either too kind, and so we're kind of pushovers, and then we're permissive. And then other times we're too strict. And so then that puts a child in an angry place, and they're revengeful, and then they want to get back at you. So so there's a balance between both, and I'm learning that all the time, because sometimes it is hard to be kind and firm at the same time when you're in the midst of a moment.
Especially when you're angry, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So extrinsic versus intrinsic, and so the intrinsic motivation is helping them understand why they're behaving in a certain way.
Yes, asking those questions and teaching values. It's having conversations such as class meetings or a family meeting to touch base and to affirm each other and to compliment each other on like your classmates or your family members, and have community. I think that's helpful, because when kids feel a sense of safety and love, then they want to be they want to comply more. They want to be a part of the group and be part of things. So it's creating those boundaries and those limits and those expectations up front, but that's all training. That takes time.
In the midst of that, the conversation, it's digging deeper, it's helping them cool off. There's a lot of layers to what you're talking about. So,
yes.
But this is what Laura's thinking about. It's what I'm thinking about somewhat as she's bringing it to the table. We've wrestled with this for our kids for many years, of how to develop intrinsic motivation in them and help them see that it's not just to please us, because ultimately just pleasing us doesn't set them up to win in the world, but it's really helping them understand the values that we're trying to instill in them. It's the why behind the, can you put your dishes in the dishwasher? It's the why behind the pick up your stuff off the floor, you know, whatever it might be.
Yes.
So, which reminds me, the cleaning team is coming tomorrow.
Yes, I told Waverly, so yeah. Yes.
The cleaners are coming tomorrow.
That's good.
And we do that every other week, which is really a huge gift to all of
me.
us, but to Laura, because she's been like,
I like clean. I like a clean house.
Anyway, the kids need to clean their stuff up tonight
To get ready for the
cleaners. So today's Thinkin' Thursday. Hopefully we, made you think a little bit. If you've got one book that a parent could perhaps read that you'd encourage them to check out, what would it be?
I would just say the Positive Discipline series. There's some for toddlers, teenagers. There's one for every.
All different authors, or just like a
same author, Dr. Jane Nelson is the author.
Jane Nelson.
Yes.
We like Dr. Jane Nelson.
And she wrote Positive Discipline, and she has many versions of it.
Positive Discipline for all different ages. I'm looking for that book for myself. All right. Hope you guys had a good Thursday. Bye.
Bye.